and welcome to SceneSouth TV, your online entertainment guide to what's on in the South.
Now, in today's show, we meet a lion keeper and bring you music from the very talented Kodiak Bears.
Now, for the fourth year running, Southampton plays host to SmileFest, a week-long celebration of popular music from March the 3rd.
Now, to tell us a bit more about it, joining us on the sofa in a moment will be Martin James. But before he does that, let's have a look at what it's all about.
Wow, so much talent there, wasn't there?
Jam-packed event, certainly, Martin. Well, Martin, thank you very much for joining us. Just quickly, before we talk about Smile, tell us briefly about your career, because it's you've done a lot. We spoke earlier, but you've done a lot, haven't you? Tell us just
How
briefly.
long have you got?
Exactly.
Well, I was a journalist for a long time, music journalist, writing for international magazines. I was a failed musician before that, so every music journalist has to be a failed musician. So I was lucky enough to travel all over the world interviewing pop stars and rock stars and rap stars and be paid to do it. So it was a very nice job. So you're
bringing a slice of that action back here to Southampton now with SmileFest. How did that come about?
Well, it's been going for 4 years, and originally what happened was I had the chance of bringing in some of my friends from the music industry.
It's who you know, isn't it?
It
so you've
is.
Got all these great
it's
contacts.
this kind of world. I've got these contacts, and I brought them in for one day, and it was just a one-day event in a lecture theatre, and then went well. So we thought, well, let's try it, make it a bit bigger next year. So the following year we had it was a much more well-produced thing, and we filmed it and had a much wider range of guests. More musicians involved and so on. And then every year it's just ramped up a bit more to get to the point where it is now, which is quite a major thing. And what is the great thing now is it's largely student driven as well. So what starts off as an idea of mine, and it's not about my ego, and my contacts so much now as it's about students' ideas.
So when you talk about the student, there's so much to talk about. But with the student thing, it isn't just for students, though. I want you to talk about that, Martin. It's for everyone, isn't it?
Oh, it's absolutely for everybody.
Yeah.
The major thing is that Solent University is a part of Southampton. It's not setting out on its own, and it's really important that students who are very involved in everything that goes on in the city is bringing people together, communities together, and it's a very important aspect to it.
There's some big names in there as well, but I know there's a fringe element as well. Lots of clubs and pubs and bars around the Southampton area that you can look out for happening. And the big names, who have we got to expect to see? The
big names, well, it's divided into gigs and a conference, and the biggest name in the conference, I guess, is Zoe Ball, who's a bit of a media legend, and she'll be coming talking about her career in the music media. We've got Rob DeBank, who's obviously Radio 1 legend and the owner of Festival, and we work. So Southampton Solent University work a lot with him already. So he's coming in and bringing in some festivals gurus actually to talk about how to put on your own music festival, which is actually very relevant this year because it's the first year that we're actually putting on our own music festival, an outdoor event. Amazing.
Now, we can't wait to see that, and I know there's loads more that we could talk about, so thank you so much. I think actually if you want more information, we'll give you all that later on in the show in our calendar section.
Now, after all the fuss and excitement of Valentine's Day, you may have missed this year's leap year. And on the 29th of February is the day when men everywhere get very nervous as the roles are reversed when women are traditionally allowed to propose to men. We sent our very own Cupid, Ryan Hunter, out to the centre of Southampton to see what the general public think about this tradition. Let's have a look.
On the British Islands, it's tradition that women may be permitted to propose on February the 29th, only on a leap year. And funnily enough, 2012 is a leap year. So we thought, what better not than to pop down to Southampton High Street and gauge opinion from women and their partners on whether they would be happy to put a ring on him. Now, you're already married.
Yes.
And so did he pop the question?
He did actually, yeah.
Right, okay. Now, how would he have felt if it'd be the other way round? How would you feel if Maria popped the question on the 29th?
I have no idea, because if I intend to do it myself.
I think he'd have quite liked it, actually. Yeah, I do.
How would you feel about popping the question to your man?
I'd never do it.
You'd never do it?
No,
never? Not in a million
never
years?
do it.
Vicky?
So for me, no, I wouldn't do it either.
But you would say
If
yes,
she did.
right?
Yeah, of course I would.
Right.
It's just a feeling. If you think the relationship is good, you just try. And if he says no, it's, yeah.
Well, if he says no, then how awkward is that?
I don't think it's the end of the relationship then. Then you just know, okay, I have to wait a bit, or we're not in that state.
I guess guys don't expect girls to propose as much as
I know, I'm being
it's
silly.
But tradition, isn't
Yeah,
it?
but what about women's rights and all that? You know, they want to be
I
treated
guess it
equally.
depends on a person.
You could look at it
And-
from either way. She's committed to the relationship,
Yeah.
and you know she loves you, or the fact that, frankly, you're being a bit of an idiot and you should do it yourself.
So the general consensus was that it's still tradition for men to pop the question. However, don't forget there were a few women that would be happy to get down on one knee. For me personally, well, if I'm honest, it doesn't really bother me. I'm single and forever will be. I'm off to finish my 1,000-piece puzzle by myself, alone, in my room. Aye.
Well, don't milk it, Ryan. Bless him, he's still finishing that jigsaw puzzle.
And tradition has it, gents, a word to the wise there, if you dare say no to your young lady who proposes to you, you're meant to be giving her 12 sets of gloves to hide the embarrassment for
Gloves.
the rest of the year.
I'm sure she prefers shoe. Well, unless they were rubber gloves, you know, get the washing done.
No comment.
Oh, I'll get in trouble for that. I'll get in big trouble for that. Now time for our regular preview of what's coming up in a cinema near you. Loads of films there, but I'm with Josh. Did you? Which film caught your eye?
21 Jump Street. I saw it on the screen over there. Yeah, definitely. Jonah Hill's so funny. He literally makes me crease up inside. So that's what my one to look forward to this year. Definitely.
Who else is in that again?
Channing Tatum as well. I think it's quite an odd role for him to play. Usually he's in the rom-coms and stuff.
It's a great cast, isn't it?
Definitely
Thanks, Josh. I'm going to have a chat with Emma as well, who's sitting down here. I like it. They've given me seats this week. I like this. Hi, Emma. Which one caught your eye?
American Pie.
Are you a big American Pie fan?
I am, yeah.
Do you think, it's been a while since the last one, do you think they can still do it?
Yeah, I reckon so. It'll still be funny.
They're getting a bit old though, aren't they? They're getting a little bit old.
Not really.
What do you think, Suzanne, American Pie?
I've kind of lost count with how many they have. Now, a reminder from us, we'd love to hear your comments about SceneSouth TV anytime via our Facebook or Twitter page. Also, in part 2, we bring you more entertainment highlights and go into the lion's den. Row!